analyzing data in 10x fashion by using AI? Yes, 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 absolutely. So Aditya, would you like to show everyone how everyone can analyze their data by using AI in just matter of minute without having any prior knowledge?
Perfect, perfect. Guys, before I move into that, how many of you feel that we have already lived up to a promise which we gave earlier, 2 hours of your time every single day? I promised you that, right? Whatever Kachave has taught you so far, Notebook LM, Google Stitch, UI UX, building apps, building websites, not having to type anymore. How many of you feel that we have already lived up to that promise? How many of you feel so? Much more than that? Crazy, crazy, superb, superb.
Just with Notebook LM, it is 10x paisa vasool. Until my portion, like up to upwards of this, I feel it is 100x paisa vasool. Folks who feels like right now itself, it is 100x paisa vasool. Even like before going into data analysis, and lot many awesome tools, right? Drop in 100x in the chat box. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely love this energy. Absolutely love this energy. Yeah.
Super. Now, guys, tell me, how many of you find it spending maximum of your day in Excel, in doing data analysis, in doing that, in creating reports, etc., etc., and it is just so time taking? How many of you face this particular problem for yourself? Face this? Yes. Tell me something. If I give you a data set like this, okay? If I give you a data set like this, which is the equity data of Asian Paints, equity data of Asian Paints, basically the stock market data of Asian Paints from 1st July 2024 to 30th June 2025, basically last year, okay? Till last year, till middle of last year, 1st July 2024 to 30th June 2025, we have the equity Asian Paints data. If I tell you that I need to do a thorough analysis of this particular data and give me key insights from it, and do a lot more analysis on it, make a dashboard out of it, what do you think? How much time will it take you in order to do the analysis, in order to make a report, in order to make an Excel dashboard out of it? What do you think? How much time will it take you? 3 hours, 5 hours, 1 day, 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 1 day, 3 days, at least 2 to 3 hours, 7 hours. Okay, I see a lot of different sort of responses in the chat box. Guys, what if I tell you that, okay, let's see what is the time that we take in order to do this sort of a data analysis. So, what is the tool that we'll be using for this? Guys, tool number 6 for the day is Julius AI. How does Julius work? Let's see it with the help of a demo. So, what I'll be doing, I'll be simply going to julius.ai. Once I go to julius.ai, I can go ahead and make a free account for myself. Yes, you can go ahead and make a free account for yourself. Even I'm using the free version of Julius itself. Once you go and make a free account for yourself, you will be seeing a window like this where you can chat with Julius. Okay, where you can chat with Julius. So what I'll be doing, I will be going ahead and attaching this data set which I wanted to analyze. So let me go ahead, click on upload file, and let me attach this particular data set which I want to analyze, the equity data of Asian Paints that we just saw a few seconds back. Okay, now what I'll be doing, now once let it read the data first, and then I'll be giving it a prompt. Okay, so whatever information that we are entering into any AI system is called as prompt, and the better the input you give, the better is the output that we get. What is this particular thing called? The better the input that we give, the better is the output that we get. This particular art is called as prompt engineering. Okay, it is called as prompt engineering. Drop in PE in the chat box if you now understand what it means to be a prompt engineer. Like you might have heard this particular buzzword, the hottest job of this particular century, etc., etc. But what is a prompt engineer? A person who gives a good prompt, because if you give a good prompt, you get a good output. Okay, now you don't need to worry about that. I just gave this information, additional information to you. Now, once you have uploaded this data set in Julius, what you will tell Julius? Analyze this data set and give me key insights from it. I gave it a very, very simple prompt that analyze this data set and give me insights from it. And now let me hit a enter. Now let me hit a enter. Now once I hit a enter over here by a very simple prompt. Okay, guys, my hands right here in front of all. Okay, my hands right here in front of all of you. Let's see what exactly does Julius do. Okay, Julius is writing a few lines of code in Python. And not just a few lines, writing a lot of lines in Python. Let's see what it is able to do for us. Okay, again writing few more lines. I'm sure all of the tech folks who are attending this meeting, they would be understanding all of this, and they would be just going bonkers with it. Let's just wait for a few seconds to see how this particular code gives us the output that we are looking for. Okay, so you can see over here, guys, 1st July 2024 to 30th June 2025. 249 trading days, it has given me the entire performance for analysis for that. Okay, price performance, total return over the file period minus 20%. Annualized return was this. What were the big moves? What were the drawdowns? What was the liquidity snapshot? What was the weekday pattern? What what were the visuals that it generated? It has given a list for the same as well, guys. I did not even ask it to generate visuals, and it has created few visualizations for me: closing price versus date, drawdown percentage versus date, count versus date, turn percentage, and it has created all of this visualizations which I did not even ask it to create. How many of you are mind blown by this simple prompt which I give and the sort of output it was able to create for us? Okay, so this is some analysis that we have done, but we won't stop over here. We won't stop over here. How many of you think that in your office, when you are giving this sort of an analysis, when you have done this sort of an analysis, you would definitely be needing to present this sort of an information in your office? How many of you feel this sort of an information you need to present in form of PowerPoint file? Important, right? You cannot just show this Julius window that I have done this analysis. You need to show some sort of you need to represent it, and PowerPoint file is one of the most accepted way. So what will I be doing? Will I be creating a PowerPoint file from scratch? Let's not do that. What I'll be doing, I'll be going to Julius and I'll be giving it a prompt like this. Okay, again using Whisperflow to give the prompt, I'll be just speaking it out. Okay, so I want to create a PowerPoint presentation file for the same as well, as I want to present it in a meeting in front of everyone in my office. So give me a link to download a PowerPoint presentation file which contains all the important visualizations that you have done out of this analysis. Okay, so I give it this sort of a prompt. I don't know whether it will work for us, whether it will be able to create me a PowerPoint file. Let's just see whether it is able to do it for me. Okay, again it has started to write a few lines of code. Let's see if it is able to create a PowerPoint presentation file. By the way, how many of you feel it would be absolutely amazing if it can create a PowerPoint file, if it can give us a downloadable PowerPoint file right out of this? We do not need to go to any other platform, do not need to do anything. Let's see if it is able to give that to us. Okay, it would be really amazing. I know it would be really amazing, and it would be really helpful to all of you, and that is what we are here for. We are here to help you. Let's see what it does for us. Okay, again, it is giving me the answer. It is telling me that I have created a PowerPoint presentation file, and I see this blue color link with .pptx. Let me click over here. If I click over here, it will so see, it has started to download now. Let me click over here. Once I click over here, guys, I want a biggest MB in the chat box. If you are mind blown to see that we have from a few seconds back, we had just this raw data set. We have already done analysis on this data set, created visualizations out of it, and now we have a full-fledged PowerPoint file as well with us, which we can actually show in the meeting that we are going into. Mind blown, but we won't stop over here. What is the problem that you see with this? How many of you that is at the moment? It is very vanilla, very plain presentation, which I cannot present in front of everyone in my office. Agree with me? Very vanilla presentation, right? Yes. So how about we beautify this particular presentation inside Microsoft PowerPoint itself? Yes, guys, that is how the students of our community work. Like, they do everything with the help of AI. So if I need to beautify this particular presentation, I won't use those old PowerPoint versions. I will of Microsoft Office 365, and when I go to the home tab over there, do you see this designer tab? So I'll be clicking on this designer tab, which is available in the latest version of Microsoft, which is the AI enabled version of Microsoft. So if I click on this, okay, I will be seeing a few design options right here in front of me. Okay, if I click over here, guys, look over here, my this particular slide of my presentation turned into this sort of a format. Okay, that too, it's a amazing format. Like it is playing like a video. Now if I click over here again, like a video, it is playing one more presentation, this thing I have in design I have it with me. Okay, like this, you can see over here, these are the various sort of designs, that options it has given us, and you can choose any one which you like. If you like this, you can choose this. If you want to see more design options, you can choose this. If you go over here, click on the second slide, again, depending on whatever design you chose in the first slide, it will give you more options. So I can go ahead and choose something like this. Again, if I click on the third slide, and I can go ahead and click on something like this. Go to the fourth slide, go ahead and again click on a design option, which it is automatically suggesting. How it is automatically suggesting? Because of the AI it is using, we are being able to do all of this. How many of you feel that this is a 10x method of creating presentations, the way that we just did right now? 10x, drop in a biggest 10x in the chat box if you think that this is a 10x method. Guys, in a matter of few seconds, okay, I have this absolutely amazing presentation right here in front of me, which is beautified, which is all of it done with the help of AI. I did not even have to do anything at all, and I've been able to create this sort of a presentation. But will we stop over here? Will we stop over here? Along with making a present, we have done the analysis, we have made a PowerPoint file as well. But how many of you feel that along with the PowerPoint presentation file, there are a lot of times that we need to present an Excel dashboard as well? Now there are a lot of times there is requirement from your team members, from your seniors, from your from your team, that we need to see an Excel dashboard for the same as well. How many of you feel that is the case for you? Excel dashboard, that you need to show Excel dashboard very frequently. Yes, very frequently. Yes. So again, will I go to Excel and create a dashboard from scratch? I won't do that. What I'll be doing, I'll be going to Julius and telling Julius, so along with this PowerPoint presentation file, I need an Excel dashboard as well. Okay, so can you give me a link to download an Excel file which contains an additional sheet called dashboard? In that dashboard sheet, can you add an Excel dashboard with all of the visualizations that we have already created so far? Okay, so I gave it this particular prompt, okay, to give me a link to download an Excel file with a sheet called dashboard, and in that sheet dashboard I want all of this visualizations to be there. So let's see if Julius is able to help us with this as well. Okay, so we'll again wait for a few seconds. We'll wait for a few seconds for Julius to do some magic. How many of you feel that Julius is actually doing some sort of a magic in the background and giving us final version of everything that we are looking for? Magic. Drop in magic in the chat box if you think that it is actually doing some sort of magic in the backend. Magic? Yes. Let's see if it is able to help us with what we are looking for. Okay. All right. Are you using Whisperflow for voice commands? Yes, I'm using Whisperflow for voice commands. You're absolutely right about it. Okay. So you can see over here, I have gotten some sort of a downloadable Excel file link. Let me click on that. I don't know whether it will work for me. Let's see. It is downloading. I click over here. Let me expand this, and guys, I can see that it has given me certain thing, but I see this dashboard. How many of you see this dashboard sheet? We asked it to create a dashboard subsheet, right? So it has created a dashboard sheet. Let me click over here. Guys, drop in a boom in the chat box. Okay, drop in a boom in the chat box if you are mind blown about the fact that we asked it to create a separate sheet or named dashboard with the entire all the visualizations over here, and we have that in a matter of few seconds. Boom. Amazing. Aditya, what about my data security? How many of you are concerned about your data security? Ki I don't want to upload my data in Julius, etc., etc. Guys, by the way, all your data is already out there with the big techs. Okay, but still, if you want to do this entire analysis, how many of you want to do this entire analysis inside Microsoft Excel itself? How many of you want to do this entire analysis inside Microsoft Excel itself? Okay, if you want to do that, what I'll be doing, I'll be going to this original data sheet. Okay, I'll be going to this original data sheet, and again, whenever a problem is thrown at a student or at a member of my community, what do they do? Okay, they do not worry about it. They don't ponder about it. What they do, they try to solve that particular problem, solve it with the help of AI. So if my data security is a concern, what I'll be doing, I'll be using the AI features inside Microsoft Excel in order to create an Excel dashboard for me. So what I'll be doing, again, I'll be using the latest version of Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Office 365. And when I go to the home tab, do you see this analyze data button on the top right hand side of my screen? Do you see this analyze data button? Yes. Perfect. So what I'll be doing, I'll be clicking on this analyze data button. Once I click on this analyze data button, okay, I have certain things here with me. Okay, there is this insert pivot table button over here. So let me click over here. A pivot table has been created. Okay, if I go to the sheet again, there's some insert chart. Let me click over here, guys. One chart created for me in a matter of 2 clicks. I clicked on analyze data. I clicked on insert chart. Visualization done. Again, if I click over here, pivot table and pivot chart both created in the matter of 1 click. If I click over here, one more chart created for me. Okay, one more chart created for me. Like this, if I click over here, there are 41 different visualizations which has been created for me within Microsoft Excel. Even without leaving Microsoft Excel, I have been able to do that. How many of you are mind blown by this? Mind blown by this, that I have been able to create 41 different visualizations without even leaving Microsoft Excel. without even leaving Microsoft Excel. And you can see over here, there are so many pivot tables, pivot charts, all of it created in a matter of few seconds. I have been able to do all of this. Okay, all of this. So guys, this is how we create a wow impression in front of everyone in our office by doing our work faster. But how many of you feel that this sort of a Excel dashboard or this sort of a PowerPoint presentation file or this sort of an analysis, everyone else in my office, even though they will take more time, maybe they take 1 week to do it, but still they will be able to do it. I want to create an absolute wow impression. I want to do things fast, but I want to do things which actually create, whenever I am presenting in the next meet, everyone should go bonkers about it. How many of you want to create that wow impression in front of everyone in your office in the next meeting? Drop in wow in the chat box if you want to create that wow impression. Okay, so for that, what we'll be doing, I'll be telling Julius. Okay, I'll be going ahead and telling Julius, okay, so I want to create a wow impression in front of everyone in my office in the next meeting. So can you give me a link to download a 3D dynamic interactive visualization out of this data set? Okay, so I give this sort of a prompt. Okay, I give this sort of a prompt. I'll wait for a few seconds for Julius to again do some sort of a magic. Okay, Julius, backend mein magic, it is doing some sort of a magic. Let's wait for it for us to see what is the magic it does for us this time. Okay, let's see. Again, writing a few lines of code. It is generating some HTML string, I guess. Let's see what it is doing for us next. So it is printing something. Now guys, how many of you are mind blown? Drop in the biggest MB in the chat box if you see what exactly is happening on your screen. Julius, right now, live in front of everyone, it is creating a 3D dynamic interactive visualization for all of you. For all of us, it is being able to do that live. You can see over here. How it is doing that. This is how you create a wow impression in front of everyone in your office. And that too, it has given us a HTML link for the same as well. If I click on this HTML link, okay, if I click on this HTML link, it will be able to download the same for me. If I click on this, and I get an interactive 3D dynamic interactive visualization, it will be able to fill all of this, and then I can play around with this data. I can zoom in it, I can rotate it, I can do whatever I want, and I will be like, able to create that wow impression. You can see over here, I can play around with it, I can look at different angles of it, I can zoom in, I can zoom out, whatever it is, I can do all of that. Biggest MB in the chat box, Yes, that is perfect. So guys, that is how we do data analysis with the help of AI. But we do not stop over here. Tell me, how many of you feel that you are not getting enough interview calls for the jobs that you are applying for, that you are applying for a lot of jobs? Aditya, I want to switch my job. Aditya, I want to get a new job for myself. Aditya, I want to get a first job for myself. Aditya, I've had a lot of career gaps. I have not been working for the last few months. I want a new job for myself. I really want to do it, but there are not enough interview calls for I'm getting for the jobs that I'm applying for. How many of you are really facing this particular problems? That applying to jobs but not getting called for interviews? Guys, what is the reason behind that? It is because if your resume is itself not getting selected, it is because of the ATS score of your resume, whether your resume is ATS friendly or not, whether it is applicant tracking system, that is the full form of ATS, whether your resume is ATS friendly or not, that is what decides whether you are getting shortlisted for interview rounds or not. Okay, so that is why it is very important that you make your resume ATS friendly. And guys, in order to make your resume ATS friendly, we have built a tool in-house for all of you. Do you want me to show that tool? How, with the help of this in-house tool that I'll be providing to all of you along with the notes of the session, you can make your normal resume into an ATS friendly resume. Do you want me to show it to you? Yes. Let me go ahead and show it to you. So guys, this is the B10X's ATS resume generator. How does it work? Let's see it with the help of a demo. So I'll be going to this ATS resume generator. You will be getting access to this resume generator along with the notes of the session. You do not need to worry about it. So what you need to do over here, once you go to B10X's ATS resume generator, it is asking me to please enter your resume. So what I'll be doing, I'll be attaching my resume over here. Let me go ahead and attach my resume over here. Once I attach my resume, what it is telling me, please enter the job description of the job that you're applying for. Okay, please enter the job description. Okay, let me, I think, yeah, I need to attach it once again. Let me do that. Okay, and it is telling me, please enter the job description of the job that you're applying for. So let me go ahead and share it, the job description of the job I want to apply for. Let's say I want to apply for the job of a prompt engineer. Okay, I can go for any prompt engineering job which I can see out there. So what I'll be doing, I can go to any prompt engineering job and I will copy the job description of that particular job. Okay, I'll copy the job description of that particular job. Once I copy this job description, what I'll be doing, I'll be pasting it over here. I'll be pasting it over here. Now I just simply need to hit a enter over here. I need to hit a enter. And guys, my hands will be right here in front of everyone. Do you see the ATS score of my present resume? Do you see the ATS score of my present resume? It is just 32 out of 100. Do you think with an ATS score of 32, I would have ever been shortlisted for this sort of a job? I would have ever been shortlisted? I would have never been shortlisted. Okay, never been shortlisted with an ATS score of 32, and that is what is happening to you. Applicant tracking system score for you, it would be much lower, and that is why software itself rejects your resumes, and that is why you're never called for interviews. So why it is low? It is giving me the reason for that, and it is telling me the target ATS score after optimization, projected score after it optimizes my resume. My ATS score is bound to increase to 82 out of 100. 82 out of 100. So what are the key fixed strategies? What is the optimized resume? So it has given me the optimized resume as well for myself, and it has given me what changed, and this is the honest feedback. So if you want 95 plus ATS score, add real GitHub projects, etc., etc., it is telling me all of that. So this way I have been able to modify my resume from an ATS score of 32 to actually ATS score of 82. How many of you feel this would be a game changer for you? Drop in GC in the chat box if you think it would be a game changer for you, that going forward you do not have to actually worry about getting shortlisted in interviews with this ATS hack which I have given to all of you. Game changer, GC game changer. Okay, and it has given me the optimized resume as well. We can ask it, so can you give me this entire resume in latex format or something via which I can simply download this resume in a PDF format? Okay, so I can answer, I can, ask this sort of a question, and it will be able to give me a downloadable version of my resume as well. You can see over here, it is writing my entire resume in latex format. And once it does that, I can simply download it, use a latex code software, and my entire resume done in a proper formatted manner. All of it with the help of AI, done in a matter of few seconds. Guys, with this, our resumes though will get shortlisted. Okay, our resumes too will get shortlisted.